I need some lotion though. I'm kind of ashy. Is that recording right now? Y'all ready for me? Say me, sir. Mic check, Mr. Wood.
I'm with Maurice Ndour.
Cut.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. Breathe. Let's do it.
Welcome to another episode of The Basketball Diary. I am with Maurice today. As you remember him from previous episode when he was heading towards the Dallas Mavericks camp.
Yeah.
2 summers
Fresh
ago?
out of college.
2 summers ago, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Summers ago.
So we are here catching up and talking about, his first full season, almost obviously halfway done.
Yes.
And covering a lot of other things as well, just catching up. How are you?
I'm doing great. Can't complain. I'm in a great place.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is blessed. How about you?
Learn a lot about the hair process.
You have to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And, it takes a lot of times, and a lot of hours, and it's a process, but
Yeah.
it's worth it.
So, and you told me this is like your 3rd time in the last 5 years or something doing
it the way I did it.
Yeah. Okay.
But I retwist my hair almost every month.
Right, but this is like a little more
It's like maintenance.
detailed.
Yeah, it's more detailed. Just making the hair look good.
I was here watching this guy. Like maybe 2 hours, right? A little more than 2.
About 3.5.
Yeah,
Three
doing
and
the
a half,
thing.
yes.
It was a lot of work. It was very detailed. So, how's your first season been?
So far, so good. It's been a lot of learning, a lot of adjusting, a lot of getting used to new stuff, a different lifestyle, a different, way of playing basketball, a different level. But I'm embracing it, and so far it's been really great, and I'm happy.
What's some of the new things you've learned?
I think in the beginning for me it was more, the whole process of getting to practice, make sure you do your work early before practice, whether it's lifting weights or activation or just taking care of your body, and then you practice, and then after practice, maybe you put a little workout in, and then after that you still got to take care of your body, whether you do the cold tub, the hot tub, steam room, all of that. So it's a long process that goes into us just getting ready to practice and getting ready for games. It's
Right.
not just like we waking up and we just show up and practice or play a game. So it was just getting used to that, and then I think traveling, just getting used to being on the plane
Constantly. right?
constantly, flying in different cities, being in different time zones, and getting late at the hotel. You get to a hotel at like 2 in the morning, or you get back at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning sometimes. And the next day you still got to practice or do some working. So you're just getting used to that.
That's one of the questions. Like, how do you deal with when you finish the game? You're on an away team, and you're the away team. You finish the game. Obviously, you don't go back to the hotel, right? You guys pack up and leave.
Yes.
Generally.
On most games, yes.
Most games, I think it's like the league rule, and you get on a plane and you're going to another city. Obviously, it's late. How do you feel the next day? In the beginning of the season.
In the beginning, probably a little bit more sleepy.
Yeah.
I would say when you wake up in the morning. But as the days goes on, you get used to it. You know, it just becomes something that's part of your routine, part of your life. So it becomes so much more easier now. And but then one of the things that we do is trying to, after the games, try to drink some cherry juice that will help you, you know, go to sleep.
Cherry juice. Okay.
Cherry juice have melatonin in it, so it will
Okay.
help you go to sleep. So those are some of the things that we do too. You know.
That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I didn't know about the cherry juice.
Yes. You know, pretty good.
Yeah, I did hear about the Cheesecake Factory.
Let's not talk about that.
No, that's like, I don't know where I read that, but that's where everybody goes or something. You know.
Hey, it's, you know, Cheesecake Factory has some good food.
So today you played, well, a few hours ago you played your MBADL game. Played against Erie Skyhawks, I think?
Erie Bayhawks.
Bayhawks. Yeah, how was that? What's the different? Obviously, they sent you guys down. What's playing in some of those games like?
It's really great, and I'm gonna put it this way: you work out, you know, almost every day, so you can play, so you can be on the court and play.
Right.
And you know, being a rookie, those are some of the things that you deal with. You know, you don't have a lot of playing times, so for me to go down in the D League and get some rest is really big, and it helps in terms of my development, and so I can also showcase the things that I've been working on and just keep myself in, you know, in shape, you know, keep myself motivated, you know, more focused.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
In terms of the atmosphere, do you play away games or?
Yes, I've played in some away games.
What's
And
that
I
like?
can tell you right now that the crowd that we have here in Westchester is way better than some of the places that we've been in.
Really?
Yes.
This is like one of the best.
Yeah, I would say one of the best.
Wow.
Yeah, compared to other places I've
Man,
been.
kids are
Yeah.
crazy. They're like,
But you know,
get to-
today it was a fun game.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
You know, that's the deal. You know, you just go there, you play your heart out. You know, play hard. You know,
Mhm.
play as a team. You know, enjoy it, cause you know, at the end of the day, you love basketball. I think we all do. We all love basketball, and we all love to play. So just to be out there and play a game that we love is really something that we shouldn't be taking for granted. So you know, every time I go out there, I try to enjoy it. I try to play the right way. You
Yeah.
know, play hard and play within the system, and just try to find a way to win games.
Do they have like specific recommendations that they want you to do, like when you get sent down, or?
You know, so I think every time you get sent down, you gotta work on everything, and I think sometimes, a lot of times, you know, some people have the mindset of, oh, you know, I'm in the D League, then you know, which is a lower level than the NBA, then I'm supposed to go out there and just be a scorer and just be somebody who just jacks up a lot of shots. And the way I look at it is, you don't necessarily have to do that. So when I go down there, I'm trying to play the right way, meaning I'm trying to work on my defense, trying to see if I can play one-on-one defense and contain the guy, you know,
Yeah.
and trying to stop somebody. Also trying to, just trying to focus on details, basically. If I have to set a good screen, I'm going to set a good screen. You know, box out my man, you know, trying to be, you know, a guy that talks to everybody, be the voice leader out there and just talk to everybody on defense and just trying to be aggressive. And then on offense, just takes whatever the defense gives me and just work on the things that I've been working on and doing my workouts and practice.
Hey, this has been the most amount of games you played in the
My entire life.
Yeah,
within
since
a year,
like from
in a year.
September to now. It's like, as far as right now, it's quite a load. How's your body feeling? Like for you?
Feeling pretty good. You know, it ain't the best, but
Uh-huh.
I'm feeling pretty good.
What do you want to do off season? Like, whoa.
Off season is really kind of repairing my body. That's why I'm gonna call it time to repair my body.
All right.
You know, meaning I'm gonna work on getting everything a little bit stronger than it was before. Um, Lower body, ankles, shoulders.
Yeah.
So just trying to work on those areas and make sure I put a lot of strength in it. Because, those are the ankles, those are the joints that we use us as athletes. We run a lot and we
Yeah.
move a lot. So making sure that my ankles are strong and my knees and, my back and everything is really important. So this summer I really want to focus on doing that. But while I'm doing that, basketball never stops.
Right, no, it doesn't.
I'll be working out or playing basketball somewhere. So also, that's something I will do. Really make sure that I work on my game. I can be in the best shape I've ever been in my life. So I'm excited.
Have you been keeping up with college basketball?
A little bit, not so much.
Okay.
I feel like just because you're trying to soak everything in,
There's so much information for
so
the
much
NBA already.
information coming in one, so I'm kind of just focusing on it, and I haven't really been watching a lot of college ball.
Yeah, here's a better question. I mean, that guy recruited you to Stony Brook, and I don't think we really talked about it since. But what do you think he'll do at Rutgers? Like, what's your opinion? What's your guess?
Well, he will do great. He did great in Stony Brook while he was there, so I have no doubt in my mind that he will be successful in Rutgers too. So I think he will really do great, and like I said, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
For the few moments that we have to hang out and get to know each other, I really kind of sense that he cared about people, and that's really important because I think a lot of time coaches lose sight of what's more important, especially in college.
Right.
But just you gotta remember that at the end of the day, you're dealing with people, and they are more important than anything else.
Your knowledge and awareness of the league is much different than before you came in. What are some of the things that you look back and you could say, like, oh man, maybe I could do it this way, maybe just a little better?
Pay more attention to details, because I think everybody can play basketball.
Yeah.
But being a professional is just learning to pay attention to those details and doing it over and over and
Over again.
until it becomes part of you, becomes part of your routine. So it's like you do a jab set 1,000 times, you get used to it. It's natural. It's in your body.
Now, do they bring in guest speakers to teams where you're at?
Yeah, they do. They do. I had the luxury to have.
Give me a few that stand out in your mind.
I had the luxury to have a guy named Ink Johnson. And I think his story was really amazing, and I think his story resonated with us, in terms of us dealing with adversity right now, not really being a successful team or just not really being to where we wanted to be. So he was just kind of reminding us to not forget what we do it for, who we're playing for, that we're supposed to play for each other. I'm supposed to play for the man next to me, and he's supposed to play for me. And that's because we love each other and we love basketball, and that's building trust.
Right.
That's being a man, basically, to him. And I really, those are some of the things that sometimes you need, especially when you go through some pitfalls where you need just somebody to pick you up. You need to have people that went through stuff and just kind of give you a little boost and kind of get your juice going again, so you can get a little bit motivated.
Right.
So yeah.
So that was pretty good.
Yes, sir. Really great.
Have you met any players or retired players recently that's just been kind of interesting for you on your path this season? Like, hey man, I always wanted to meet you and just ask you a few questions.
I actually haven't got that chance yet.
It's always been busy, right?
To really meet somebody that I've kind of, looked up to, or just admire, or just being a fan of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's to the point where we can sit down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
I haven't had that opportunity yet.
This has been pretty hectic for
It's
you.
been pretty hectic, and I think, with time,
Yeah.
being in the league and developing those relationships, you will have, I think those opportunities will come, sooner or later.
What do you what do you think of a lot of guys in today's era of like media and everything? What's your thought of that? The younger generation, not in the NBA, not really in college yet.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're not really big on being on social media,
Mm-hmm.
but what's your
Just make sure whatever you put on it, you can wake up the next day and be proud of it.
right?
I think that's the most important thing because when you talk about social media, that means you're putting your business out there. That means everybody can see it. So whatever you put out there, just make sure when you wake up the next morning, you can be proud of it. Like you won't have any regrets,
Yeah.
because everybody's looking at it. And, I really think, especially at a young age, social media shouldn't be the focus of, the young generation. It's more like a distraction, so you can just, I'm not gonna say not use it at all, but if you can just kind of limit, using social media as much and just kind of focus on other things, maybe work on different areas of your life. So I think it's more important.
Do you think that hinders some of them, like, of their focus? What got them there?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, like, I just noticed certain things, but obviously, you kind of came underneath. We talked about it before, like, you kind of came underneath, not much of the exposure given. So, like, your perception and your views and your understanding of it is totally different from someone who's been, like, on a different stage with a bigger light.
Yeah.
And then sometimes things happen, they can't make it past that point and get to a team in the NBA. I mean, what do you think goes on in there?
Belief,
Mm-hmm.
faith,
Mm-hmm.
confidence.
Yeah.
Why not me? Why
Right.
not you? Why not somebody else?
Right.
As long as you work hard at it, as long as you don't give up, as long as you put yourself in position to get there, to be successful. I think, and that starts with your character, your personality, the people you surround yourself with, who you hang out with, who gonna help you be a better man, and a better athlete or basketball player or whatever you do in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, but most importantly, just belief. Just believing that you will get there, you will do it.
What's your goal for 2017? Obviously, this is only 2 months in already, and you mentioned one thing is get your body better. But is there something else that you want to accomplish? It does correlate that it's part of, like, the early part of the season, but is there something?
Just keep building on my character.
Mm-hmm.
Keep building on who I am as a person, as a man. Keep learning about myself. Because I think there's a lot you can learn just about yourself.
What did you learn last year?
that no matter what obstacles I go through,
Yeah.
I know I will knock that wall down and I will succeed and I will go through. I will endure until the end. That's one thing that I realized.
Yeah.
I went through a lot of stuff, just basketball wise, We won 10 games my senior year,
Yeah.
undrafted, went to summer league with the Knicks, got signed by Dallas, got cut, or waived, should I say, after injury.
Yeah.
Just dealing with that, and then signed to Madrid. Didn't really play a lot of significant minutes, or didn't play at all towards the end of the season.
Right.
And but still having faith, believing in myself that just keep working, it's gonna come. Just keep working. So that's one of the big things I realized. That's why I have no doubt ever on doubt. I'm never worried.
Yeah.
Because I always know
I know you never worry. Yeah.
It's just that self-confidence and that belief that I have. I don't know where it comes from.
I mean, it gets built up over years.
It's built over a year, but it's just, there's something else. It's a spirit that comes with it and just kind of guides you,
Nature boy.
Keep the fire burning,
Yeah. Hey, I want to leave off one thing. If people are still watching this at the end. Last name. Obviously, everybody, we talked about this. You cleared it up with me. Everybody, whether it's on TV or articles, whatever, announcers, Ndour.
Ndour.
Ndour. How do you say it? How do you say it?
Well, correct pronunciation for people that I would say from Senegal is Ndour. So it's the ND, but it's Ndour. So it's like Ndour.
Ndour.
So Maurice Ndour.
Ndour.
But a lot of people, it's hard, especially foreign people.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to say it. So that you kind of pronounce the N and the D makes it easier. So Ndour. Ndour, just like the verb endure. See what I'm coming?
Yeah.
Maurice Ndour, endure. We endure everything, It's just life.
Oh man, hey, good talking to you.
Good talking to you.
Always.
Blessings, you don't know.
Always,
my man.
This guy, the guy Jin.